Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Modern League, and I'm going to be playing some Green-White Company, some Green-White Heliod. This has been kind of regarded recently as the best Modern deck, which is hilarious, I think. Just Green-White life gain combo is recently regarded as the best deck in Modern. I will say kind of like a contingency on this league. I have not played one game with the deck. I haven't been playing that much Modern. I've never played against the deck. So I'm a little rusty here, but I have played a lot of Modern in the past. And I'm kind of just starting to jump around Modern and start to play some other decks. So I'm excited to get into this. We have triple Auriok Champion main for the kind of burn slash prowess hate, and it's just good to put a bunch of counters on an Auriok champion. But before I get too much into the deck tech, let's shout out the channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below. Go check it out. Subscribe if you like my content. Throw a like on this video. Ring the bell to know when my new videos come out. All that helps me out. Any of the above, whatever you want to do. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, so we're playing Modern here. And what is this deck? This is basically a Heliod Sun Crown combo deck. This is 5 mana, or 3 mana, 5/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, it isn't a creature. So if you have 5 or more white pips, it is a creature. And then whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. So there's two combos with it. It says, again, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. And then it has 2 mana, target creature gains lifelink, another target creature. So if you have a 2/2 Ballista in play, you activate Heliod, you give Ballista lifelink, and then you ping them. And then Ballista becomes a 1/1. Then you gain 1 life. You trigger Heliod. You put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. You put it on Ballista. So this plus this is infinite damage, plus gain infinite life, for what that matters. Ranger Captain can find the Ballista. So that's your main kill con. You also just have Spike Feeder, which is 3 mana 0/0. Comes with 2 +1/+1 counters. And you can remove a +1/+1 counter to gain 2 life. So Spike Feeder plus Heliod is infinite life. And then Spike Feeder also combos with Conclave Mentor. This is 2 mana 2/2. If one or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control, that many on a creature put that many. Let me, I can't read right now. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. I think I even messed that up. One basically you get one more +1/+1 counter. God damn it. So if you have like Spike Feeder plus Conclave Mentor plus Heliod, you make an infinite power Spike Feeder or infinite power like whatever you want basically, because whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on something, it gets 2 counters instead. Jesus. Okay. And then we have Collected Company where we can just company into like Heliod plus Ranger or Heliod plus Spike Feeder. And then Skyclave Apparition just is our like interaction card along with Auriok Champion. And then we have an Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, one Hierarch kind of ramp acceleration package to just go along with our combos. We can also just win by just attacking with creatures in Gavany Township plus like Mentor and just play a fair game. In the sideboard, a bunch of paths, some mind sensors, a forge tender, triple veil because it's a 1 mana cryptic command, 2 eternal witness, and 3 damping sphere for big mana and combo. And this is just a really standard build of green white Heliod. So let's run it. Let's go round one. All right. Welcome to round one. We're against Rosie54. They are on the play. I think I'm just supposed to keep this hand. This hand's not like incredible, but it's fine. And Auriok Champion is incredible in some matchups, not very good in others, so we'll see. But I might just even just fetch for a forest on the first one, just to put Utopia Sprawl on a forest, help play around Blood Moon. Could also just put it on a Temple Garden. We'll see. Just depends on what they do on turn one. Might also get Thought Seized. Sacred Foundry. Are we against Burn? Well, I am going to get just a basic forest and then sprawl my forest name White. Sacred Foundry tapped, huh? Okay. Probably, I mean, we'll see. Oh, Cascading Cataracts. Oh, it's like red, white land destruction prison. Oh, geez. Are they just gonna kill? Like, are they gonna cleansing wildfire my land? Oh, wow. They just boom. So they destroy target land. It says destroy target land you control and target land you don't control, and this is indestructible. So they just straight up killed my land. Okay, well, let's play Heath and let's not crack it yet. That sucked. I was not expecting that off tapped Sacred Boundary. That was a huge blowout. Cleansing Wildfire, their own Cataracts. They're just going off with Cataracts there. Jeez. They play a Rampant Growth, draw a card, basically. Aureok Champion might be good, but it might also not do much. And then they play Flagstones after. I wonder if they just drew that. Seems likely that that's the case. Going to fetch end of turn, I think that's safe enough. They could have Mana Tithe, which would just be the icing on the cake here. I don't think that they're going to have Blood Moon, but they could. Just going to make my play here. That's all I can do. I wonder if I Windswept for Temple Garden or Windswept for Plains. I guess I'll just see what I draw. I feel like I should just get another Temple Garden. Not play around Blood Moon. They have 4 cards in hand. This is definitely pretty annoying. Just getting my Utopia Sprawl blown up. That just really sucked. Plus, they didn't even have to kill one of their own lands. They had the combo. I don't know why they have a stop on my draw step. They're gonna like silence me or something. They should have. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just not doing anything. I'm just gonna Temple Garden here, not play around Blood Moon. Okay. And now I can combo this with Heliod and start putting counters on my champion. I don't think they're going to have Path in their deck if they're trying to kill lands. That doesn't make sense. So hopefully all their removal spells are red. If they just try to play some lock piece that's not Blood Moon, I can Skyclave. Talisman, I don't really care about. Gonna just slam Heliod here. And then attack for 1. This is a pretty nice combo in this matchup. Any red spell they play, I gain a life. Oh no, whenever another creature. This is not the core Firewalker. That's embarrassing for me. But I can play Skyclave next turn and turn on Heliod potentially. It's a little risky to attack with champion after that, but we'll see what they do here. You're gonna play like a Planeswalker here or something? Yeah. Alright. Well, I can just Skyclave that. What are they gonna do? Just plus here? They exile a Chandra, so they deal me 2 damage. I'm actually doing fine here, just playing a quote-unquote fair game. Okay, so now I just go infinite. I don't think I'm going to play around Path or anything. Let's just do it. Always yes, always yield, and then I Heliod. I can put a counter here. I don't think I need to put a counter on Spike Feeder. And they just concede to infinite life. Spike Feeder plus Heliod, pretty dumb. It's just pretty good. All right. So I can Forge Tender to play around like red removal spells. I don't even know really why the E-Witnesses are in the sideboard. Maybe just like for value. I don't even think I really need Path. I don't think they really play creatures. I think they play Planeswalkers to win. And this doesn't seem that good either. I could literally just not sideboard, or I can bring this in. Just because this can like help protect the combo. Just board like really minimally here. I could board out Utopia Sprawl because they're trying to kill my lands, but I kind of want the ramp too. What about playing something random, just like Ewits and a Mind Sensor and siding out all the Utopia Sprawls? Seems bad to just like go so slowly, but if they're trying to boom bust me and cleansing wildfire me and everything, Utopia Sprawl is a huge liability. Like their plan is to kill my lands, and I'm putting enchantments on my lands. I can just try to keep hands with a lot of lands. These are just so risky, right? They just seem so risky. Mind Sensor is just a flash threat. Okay, let's bring in the Ewits and one Mind Sensor. This could be terrible. Could just be like absolute garbage and you're never supposed to do it. But in this, I would like pretty much never side out Utopia Sprawl. But again, their deck has got to be like four Cleansing Wildfire main, four Boom Bust main. I wouldn't be surprised if they had Pillage also. So like they're trying to kill my lands, and I'm just asking to be 2-for-1. Yes, I need more mana in this matchup too, but if I just play this and it gets killed, I'm basically just discarding a card. And if like I see my hand and it's 5 lands and 2 bad spells, like if my hand is just like 5 lands, Arbor Elf, Orioc Champion, I'm gonna snap keep that. All right, let's go game two. All right, I think I'm just gonna mulligan, even though I have like technically a functional hand. Like keeping a 1 land hand on the draw in this matchup just seems like so unnecessary. Like I'd rather keep a 6 with a bunch of lands. So it's mulligan. All right, going to 5. I've had 1 land in all of my draws so far, and this one's just not functional at all. Wow. Okay, well, losing this game. So I can only keep 3 cards in my hand. So I could keep like land, land, spike feeder, and then just try to draw land plus Heliod. I could also just keep land, land, land. I don't think I'm keeping Arbor Elf. I definitely need to keep at least 2 lands. I think I'm just gonna keep 3 lands. Wow, that was rough. My 7, 6, 5, and 4 all had 1 land. Play a Misty. Play around Indestructible Land into Boom Bust again. Also, they can't just Cleansing Wild. They can't like really mess with a fetch, which is nice. I can just keep the fetch around. I think that's fine. Maybe I draw another fetch. Let's play basic. Pretty funny if I can win this game. That would be funny. I mean, if I can somehow get to 4 mana, 3 mana Chandra? Or are they just like mono Chandras? Or they put a loyalty counter on it. So -2, they cast an instant or sorcery from the graveyard, so it's like a Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Could have played a Ballista on 1, I suppose. Arbor Elf. I think I'm just going to play out both my creatures now. I didn't love playing Ballista on 1 last turn, but now I'm going to. Would you like to do this? Yes. I wonder if I'm going to get like angered or something here. I mean, if that's the case and then I draw a land, I can just Collected Company into like the combo and win, which would just be a really nice just multi-3 win right here. I guess they can go like Cleansing Wildfire me, Flashback Cleansing Wildfire with Chandra. Okay, they Blood Moon. That's fine. I have a forest. So they do have Blood Moon. They just put a counter on it. I can win right here. Skyclave. I cannot cast that. I get a path during my draw step or something. I'm just gonna cast Coco if that's the case. There's no way they have path. So if I Coco into like Skyclaves, or I think it is better just to play it now, especially while they're tapped out. So I'm just gonna Coco right now. Maybe I can win. Spike Feeder plus Heliod, it looks like. Let's go. Put up to 2 onto the battlefield. Click a card to put it onto the battlefield. Do I have to press OK? I haven't cast Coco on here in a while. I have to save targets. So yield to this. I need to and save targets. Put here. Okay. So now we just gain infinite. They're not conceding. I don't know if I should be like recording the or pausing the recording every time I do this. Like, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna like show you guys and girls what it's like to play this deck, and this is what you have to do. So again, I saved the target and I yielded to the trigger. So I just always target my spike feeder, and then I can just combo more quickly here. Can I right click? That's way worse. Wait, I can't do it again. Yeah. Okay. So on like the last one, I can put a counter on Ballista. I just need to I just need to like probably go up to like 400 or 500 here. So maybe I should be pausing every time I do this because this is just not that fun to watch. So maybe I take it back. Like I want to show you what it's like to play this deck, but this is just not fun. I'm not gonna like ask my opponent if they can like allow me to have infinite life because I don't like to do that. I just think it's better just to like play within the constraints of the client. And this is pretty dumb. Like I wish there was some way on the client to hold down a button and then just say like, okay, I'm going to take these actions, and then after I release this button, I want to just continue to do these actions X number of times, and then I could just enter in like 1 million and just do this 1 million times, or even just do it 1,000 times, or have some limit where I can just set some type of loop, because this is honestly just pretty dumb. It's just not that fun for either player to sit here like this, but I guess it's more fun for me to than them. I'll just do the first one fully so we can see about how long it takes, and then go from there. So I assume they're gonna like untap and just play some type of removal spell, and then just try to beat like me at a really high life total, basically. I wonder if there was any other combination of creatures I should have gotten. I don't think so. I mean, I think this is going to be hard for them to beat. Yeah, I just need to go up to like 500. So I probably need to take a couple more minutes here. I'm not going to show the rest of these. If in the future, if my opponents don't concede, I'm going to not show this part. So stick around. You can also just, since anybody who's here is watching on YouTube, you can just, you know, click forward 5 seconds and click forward a minute or two, because I'm gonna do this till I'm at I think around 400. Then if they play a removal spell on Spike Feeder, I can choose to keep going on their turn. But I don't think there's much of a reason to go like above 400. But there definitely is a reason to go above like 215 that I'm at right now. just if they don't have anything, then it sucks. But I also can't do much. They have a Blood Moon out. I can't cast white spells. Again, I can put a counter on my Ballista here. I can't activate Heliod to deal infinite damage with Ballista yet. So I'm going to keep going here. Another 2 minutes or so. Not worried about timing out. I don't think there's a faster way to do this, though. Oh, misclick. Scary. I wonder if I should just stop soon to save my time. Again, I wanted to go 400, but I don't know if I need to go that high. Magic Online is a good client, huh? And now I see why people generally don't like this to play this deck that much. I mean, I knew what I signed up for. I am just not one to type in the chat like, can you beat this? Or will you just assume I have infinite life and just go from there? I just am not one to do that. If they want to say, okay, you have infinite life, I'll probably still gain just a good amount of life just to be safe. But I think I've used, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes here. I think it's worth it. Just try to lock up this game. This is a mulligan to 3, and we kept 3 lands, and then I was just able to cast Coco. So, yep, showing the power of the deck. Exhilarating, thrilling first match here. All right, we're making our way. I'll do a couple more, and then I'll put a counter on Ballista and attack the Chandra. I mean, if they just kill a land or something, I don't really care. Okay. Let's turn off auto yields. I guess I don't even want to. I'll just do this, and then I'll just attack the Chandra for 1, actually. I'll just leave 2 counters on the Spike Feeder. All right, 359. If they kill Spike Feeder, I might need to gain some more life, but I'm not sure. They probably just went and like made themselves some food. Okay, pass. And untap and like just bolt the Spike Feeder or something. Kind of expected them to have Chalice as well, but maybe they sided out Chalice. All right, it's my end step. They have only 4 cards in hand. Their Chandra really hasn't done much yet. All it's done is just come down and plus put counters on itself. They have another land. Are they going to play like a 5 mana Chandra here? Talisman into 4 mana Chandra? Kill the Spike Feeder? Wrath of God. Alright. Let's just gain some more life here. I'll just gain like 50 more life or so and save targets. They have to yield to this again. I figured they would have something like this. So now I'm just going to gain, I don't know, 50 more, 100 more. And then on the last one, I will put a counter on Ballista, shoot the Chandra twice, and then just play it out. They're like, oh no, not this again. I guess technically what would have been better is to put a counter on Ballista and then attack the Chandra for 2 rather than do what I did, because obviously I didn't concede. They probably have an answer, but it's my first time, still learning. And I do want to make sure to have enough time for the third game if there is one. But I also want to make sure to not lose this game to damage because that would suck. Just have Wrath of God, huh? All right, now let's just save our clock. Put a counter here. We were close to winning here. We needed to untap to give this lifelink. Okay. Oh, I could have put one more counter on the Ballista, right? By removing the last counter, killing the Spike Feeder, and putting the gain the 2 and put one more on Ballista. So their Chandra should be at 1 less loyalty. We'll see if that ends up costing us. Wow, Plains. It's actually a good draw. Oh, I shouldn't have played it. Play on land destruction? Not sure. Just gonna try to F6 and not really use time. Looks like they don't have much going on. They have like another planeswalker here. They do. A Johnny. You can just start plussing a Johnny. They can't keep anything tapped yet though. Oh, and this, yeah, this does put a counter on a Johnny, so they're gonna go for ult. Okay. So I have to hold future lands in my hand. Windswept Heath. I guess now I can play Heath and then exile a Johnny. Wait, I have 2 planes, right? I need to make sure. Yeah, so I need to get. Oh no, I can't get planes. What am I talking about? There's a Blood Moon in play. You can tell how rusty I am with in modern. Let's just have 6. Yeah, I mean I could still lose this game for sure. Just gonna try to catch up on time. Wow, yeah, that ulted Johnny pretty quick with the Chandra out. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, we also mulligan to 3, so that sucks. Oriok Champion, can't cast it. I guess I need to naturally draw planes is my only out. I guess drawing Coco is my best draw. They can ult a Johnny here though. Because they can go use Chandra and then ult a Johnny. That's what they should do, I think. Yep. Now, like, what else do I really have? Not sure. Guess I'm just going to be F6ing to try to catch up on time. What a funny game. F6 their turn. Now they're just activating both their planeswalkers. I mean, they still have to kill me. If I'm just F6ing now a bunch, like, they have to kill me this game and another game. Like, I can just F6 every turn. And they have to actually take actions. Maybe 400 life was too much. I guess we'll see. It's going to take a lot of Ajani activations to deal that much damage. If anything, I can at least catch up on time or get ahead. I guess I can just take off all the stops, but I don't know if I need to yet. I don't think I'm really using time off my clock. I guess I used 2 seconds there just to be able to F6. Yeah, I don't think I need to remove all stops quite yet. I'm still getting like a huge time advantage here. I don't know if I can actually win though. That's the thing. So maybe I just should take off all stops. I think I'm gonna actually try doing it just because I've never done it before. I'm gonna have to discard a card though. So I should only be using time off my clock to discard. Feels like I'm lagging pretty hard too. Is that just because I comboed so much? I'm not really sure. Like that's using a lot of time off my clock, right? It's kind of dumb. Okay, there's Forest. I think I keep waiting for now because they can just ult a Johnny whenever. I guess I'm like, I guess there's no way for me to cast Oriok Champion now. I guess I'm gonna just discard this and then next turn I'll play Forest Arbor just to do it. I mean, yeah, I've caught up almost 100% on time here. Are they not activating their planeswalkers to try to save time? I think they are doing that. Wow, it's feels pretty bad. They should definitely be like plussing, right? I guess they're trying to save time. They're just gonna try to like time me out or something. I don't know if that's gonna work. They can kill Arbor Elf here, or they can start plussing their planeswalkers. They can kill my land with the Johnny if they want to ult. Boom. I thought I was at 6. They helix that. Okay. I'll just play a land, because why not? They'll probably just kill it. It's like a time battle now. How dumb is this? Yeah, I should just have one stop on my main just to play lands, because I think it takes less time than not playing lands. And I mean, I'm almost up on time now after taking like 4 minutes to combo. I know they can still win, but they also mill out before I do. Wow, like I clicked F6, like I don't know what's happening here. That sucked. Magic Online is a quality program. Like they have to spend spells to kill my lands, right? And that takes time. They're not doing that. Hitting land drops here, doing it. They're gonna have to start discarding cards soon. They plus Chandra. They should plus a Johnny. They should have been plussing a Johnny, I think, this whole time. But yeah, maybe time is an issue. I have no plays. Also, without the Blood Moon, I could have like potentially been playing more spells. Maybe then they would have to like play more removal spells here, but I'm almost up a minute on time now. Cleansing Wildfire? Sure. Don't know if I'm supposed to use this ability. Probably not, because they're just going to kill my basic here. But, oh, I shouldn't have used it because I need to stay up cards in library. Okay, they keep it tapped. That makes sense. They plush Chandra. Or do they minus? I'm not even sure. Whatever. They're bolting me. Resolves. Why is it so laggy? Is it me or is it them? So I get to just play lands and F6. And then I get to F6 their turn and I have no stops. I gotta remember to set my stops though for a potential game 3 here, but I don't know if there is gonna be one. Can they deal me 400? They said, I promise I'm not trolling and actually do have a win con through this, but it may take time to find. Said, I didn't think you were trolling. Let's play it out. Okay, they kill my basic. That's fine. Also want to see what their win con is. I shouldn't have. I definitely should not have gotten the forest because maybe I could hold it, draw a company and a forest, and then get up to 3 lands, and then play for it, play forest, and play company. But if they play well, they shouldn't allow me to do that. So I don't think that's that relevant. They need a win con through this and to be able to win this in time and win the next game in time. I guess I shouldn't play this land because they're just going to ult a Johnny now. But that's fine. At least I should be up like 5 minutes on time for game 3, and they should be down to, like 5 minutes on the clock. So not exactly how I want to be spending my time, but that's actually not a win con through this because they have to exile cards from their library to deal me damage. I guess they could just emblem and then they can deal 5 damage per spell, but I don't know if that will do it. I guess that is the way to do it for sure, but I don't know if they have enough spells. Maybe they can get multiple emblems. Okay, they ult. Sure. Are they playing Wildfire? Oh, they're playing another Chandra to just be able to ult quote unquote faster, but they lose their Chandra with 18 counters. It's probably worse, right? Because they could just be flashbacking a bunch of spells with this over and over. But I guess they can do that with this one too. Okay, there's a Coco. Just discard. I think their clock is going down, not mine. Yeah, I mean, I'm at sixth. What a stupid game. Just really makes me like not want to play this deck. It's just not that fun. I just thought, okay, I should just try this deck because it's quote unquote the best deck in the format. Yeah, they're saying actually I'm pretty sure I can't beat the timer for game 3 if I win this game. That's kind of what I was thinking too because my combo doesn't take that long, and I was able to gain 400. Um, and then for them to be able to deal that much damage, yes, they can Chandra ult and start playing spells, but this is going to take an extra 3 or 4 minutes. I'd complain, but if not for timer, you'd have more than two 400 life. Yeah, exactly. So they're saying GG's. I think they're going to concede the match here. I'm saying, yeah, for me to combo there, I had to take like 4 or 5 minutes off my clock. So, I mean, it's understandable. Pretty funny though to win that game after all that. They just realized like, wow, I'm actually they were playing pretty slow. I don't know if it's lag or what, but yeah, they were playing pretty slow and they realized, wow, for me to like deal that much damage, I'm gonna have to be playing a bunch of spells, and I was playing pretty fast, I think. Um, so I think they realized, yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to win. And I don't think you can really complain about clock when I have to just like combo for 5 minutes to be able to actually combo. So let's just go like this. I don't think I need to stop on my end step right now. This looks good, right? I don't need to stop on their main phase. Stop on their begin combat attacks. Okay. All right. We earned that victory. Let's go round two. Welcome to round two. We're against not Saffron Olive. It's funny. Would you like to play first? Yes. His hand is actually pretty sketchy. I feel like I'm supposed to keep because most spells I draw I can cast, or a lot of spells I draw I can cast, and if I draw a land, then I'm like off to the races. So let's keep. I can just say tap Temple Garden to turn two Conclave Mentor, and then turn three if I draw a land, can play a 3 drop. Don't know if I'm supposed to keep hands like this, but I just did, so I guess we'll find out. Like if they go Thoughtseize, take Mentor, that's kind of a problem. I mean, again, this hand is definitely not great, but if I draw fetch land, the hand becomes pretty good. If I draw white source, or I don't even know, maybe this hand is just not great. Okay, nice. Add a card wastes. Do I want to play Mentor or Champion? What is this deck? Is this some type of Eldrazi deck? I think I just want to play Conclave Mentor. Let's just go like this. I don't know what add a card waste means. Does it mean, oh yeah, spirits? Just maybe, why are they playing add a card wastes and spirits? Is it like budget spirits? I guess we'll find out. I guess I should have played this first to start gaining life, and it's good with Heliod, so I could have gone this into Heliod. Hmm. Whenever this dies, I gain life equal to its power. It's definitely just blue-white spirits. It has to be. Okay. Now I think I want to just resolve Heliod. I'm gonna be getting beaten down in the air here. Let's get planes. Again, I think I want to play Heliod because then I threaten to like activate Heliod as well. I think I should have played Auriok Champion though. I think that was a mistake because it's a good combo with Heliod, so I fucked up there, but that's okay. Still looking great here. I guess if they just pass with 3 mana up, I get wrecked by Spellcaller, so that's not ideal. Like choking out my drink. All right, I think I'm good. Okay, there's another land. I think I should start by just trying to play stuff. Like, I can just play, I can try to play an Auriok Champion, but then if it gets countered, I'd rather this resolve than this. So let's just lead on this. If they spell color it, I get to resolve Auriok Champion. I'm down to 14 as well here. Didn't want to just go for Ranger Captain. I feel like they have spell color here. Like, of course they do, right? Maybe they're just playing out of card waste so they don't have to play fetch lands. Maybe they don't want to play fetch lands for some reason. Oh, they're letting this resolve? I thought they would just counter that. They're going to spell color this. If they do, I think I punted because I could have played the Orioc champion on two. Now I'm on a pretty quick clock in the air. Three, four, five, six. And they probably can play another creature here, so it's probably this turn they attack and next turn they kill me. Guess I can Heliod lifelink my things. Or maybe play a ranger captain. If I draw a land, I can try to go ranger captain into walking ballista for the win because I have conclave mentors out. So if they just tap out for like Lord here, yeah. If I draw a land, I can just win. 4, 7, 8, 9. I go to 4. And there's ballista. So now I can just ballista on one, give it lifelink, and then kill them because it's going to enter with more counters because of the double mentor. So I guess they could have path, but I think it's going to enter with 3 counters. I guess then they just path in response to a lifelink. Is there anything I can do about it? I think I should just go for the win here, right? If they have path, they have path. There's nothing I can do. Because it x equals 1, but it's going to enter with additional counters, right? Yeah. So now I just go lifelink this, and they concede. They didn't have path. Nice. Whew. That was a sweat. I think I did punt by not playing Orioc Champion on 2. So now I know, do I want path? Don't think I want Mind Sensor. I don't even think I want Veil of Sever because their main counter is like Spell Queller. Path can buy me time in just like packing their lords. They're gonna probably bring in like Path or something. Orioc Champions, like, it is good because every creature they play I gain life and I can trigger Heliod, but maybe I just don't need it because they're a blue-white deck. I can just do this. And do I find room for the last path? Can just go 3 path. All right, let's just do this. Let's just try to combo. Pretty silly deck we got here. It's just like, oh, can I combo? Looks like it. All right, sweet. Skyclave Apparition is awesome in this matchup. They mulligan. Let's keep. I guess I can Windswept Heath either for Temple Garden or Forest. I guess I'm getting Temple Garden. I have all these double white. The mana in this deck is actually kind of rough, surprisingly. And I'm playing double Gavany, which is pretty greedy. I just felt like it was good in the fair games to always like, or not to always, but to have one more often. Okay. F6 their turn. Let's get Temple Garden, play Arbor Elf. They mulligan, are they just gonna play like a 2-drop here? I'll just Skyclave that. While they're tapped out, if they do, if they just play a Lord, I'll just snap off a Skyclave. Rattle chains. I think it is better to just Skyclave this right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I guess technically I shouldn't have tapped this yet, but I don't think it matters. I don't even know if I need to Skyclave this, but it's just a mana efficient play. Yes, I could have played a Ranger Captain, but I don't want them to be able to play their spirits whenever they have flash. So I think it's good. Keeps the pressure off as well. If they want to kill this, that's fine. Okay, they play a Drog Skull Captain, and I draw a land. So I can just resolve company here. That honestly seems pretty good because I might just be able to essentially win. So I'm going to do it. Okay, so we don't win, but I'm definitely taking Skyclave to hit their captain. And then I can take my own Ranger captain to get a ballista right now, or I can just take a spike feeder. So if I draw Heliod, it threatens the combo. I don't hate just taking Ranger Captain plus Skyclave here. It's also just a 3/3. Use the ability, yes. Get Ballista. And then attack for 2. Now my board is pretty massive. They only have 3 cards in hand. Like, now if they just play some random lords, it doesn't even do that much. I can only play one Conclave Mentor next turn because I have Gavany. Like I said, the mana's kind of rough. There would have been the second Drog Skull. Let's go green and then name white, I suppose. Let's go green, white, play Mentor. I can just kill this now because I think that's like gonna be pretty good, honestly. Untap this and then play a Ballista. X equals 1. I think this is worth it. And then just kill this. It just like basically prevents me from losing. I get to attack for a bunch of damage, and like I might even just be able to win next turn with Gavany plus Conclave Mentor. So I don't really need to do more than this. I don't need to sack this. Just gonna F6. Nice. Just kind of demolished Blue White Spirits there. Nice. See you in round 3. All right, round 3 against Fresh Kale here. Take to play first. Yes. We're 2-0 with Green White Heliod. Gonna snap keep this hand. This hand looks fantastic. I guess I'm just leading Noble. Do I want to fetch a Temple Garden? I kind of want to put this on a forest, but at the same time, I guess just playing Temple Garden Noble is the play. Not really sure. Could be fetch forest, but I think this is fine. Let's see what we're up against here. Played against kind of 2 non-meta decks so far. This could be Death Shadow. Oh, I didn't even realize they revealed Luris. Wasn't paying attention. So it could be Burn, could be, yeah, Death Shadow. Thoughtseize. Okay. They take Auriok Champion, I assume? Yeah. They draw a card. There's a Sprawl. Okay, so what I can do is I can get Forest. And then go Sprawl here, name white. Sprawl here, name white. Play Heliod. I think that's better than playing Spike Feeder first. Kind of doing it here. Thoughtseize my Spike Feeder. Okay. Would definitely rather have Heliod in play. This is indestructible. Seal of Fire my Noble? Or just not Seal of Fire it? Okay. Should I attack for 1? That's all I can do, right? I can give it lifelink. Gonna do that. They Seal of Fire it, sure. Pretty funny. Play my land that I draw. They have 4 cards in hand. They have a Lurrus Companion, which maybe they're just going to grab right here. Dark Confidant. They're at 10. Death Shadow, a Grim Lavamancer. Okay, it's kind of aggressive. Coco Spike Feeder off the top. Okay, well, when you ask for it, you ask for it. Save targets, yield. They're not going to concede here. Looks like we're playing it out. Let's just go for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and then I'm going to pause the recording and then I'll resume the recording if anything happens or once we're at like 400. But it looks like they're not conceding, so they think they have some outs or they're just making me use my clock. At least they're just F6 though. All right, so I'm going to pause here and I'll. All right, I'm back. I'm at 371 and opponent has not done anything. They've just remained F6. I'm just going to stop the combo here in a second. I think I've used 6 or 7 minutes off my clock, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what I was at when I started the combo, but I did want to get to around 400 because if they just have like some 10-10 Death Shadows, it's not going to take that many turns to hit. And I want to give myself an out to draw like into companies and stuff. It's just a balance about like gaining as much life as you can. Um, and balancing the clock to make sure you have enough clock for like the remainder of the match. So yeah, it's just a balance. Like how much do you want to gain? And I think I'm about to wrap up here. Interesting that the opponent has Dark Confidant as well, and they're at 10. So at some point, relatively soon, they're also gonna have to kill their own Dark Confidant. But I guess pretty much everything in their deck costs 0, 1, or 2 mana and or lands. Um, so it's not like they're gonna be able to like die to Bob that fast, and they can just Grim Lavamancer this Spike Feeder as well. So okay, it's F6 now. Yeah. Okay. Gotta continue to play fast. They reveal a Goif. They're probably just gonna Grim Lavamancer my Spike Feeder. They do. Okay. They go to 7, and then they're gonna go to 5, and then play like multiple Death Shadows and just kill me. It's the problem with this deck. Like, oh, they're gonna get Lurrus. Okay, they're gonna gain life with Lurrus, I guess. They're at 5. See what they draw on their next turn. See what we draw. Utopia Sprawl. Could have, yeah. There's nothing else I could have done on the last turn, if I'm not mistaken. Goif, they go to 3. But they're gonna Lurrus to be able to gain life here. That's the problem. They can go Lurrus Bauble or Lurrus Seal of Fire. Just because this deck is like a battle against the clock, it does really make it like not that fun. It's like it's a battle against the clock, and then now it's like the opponent kind of has like a battle against the clock in order to deal me like the damage that I gained. So it's just like this like mini game that happens, which is yeah pretty whack to be honest. So now they're gonna probably Grim Elements or their Bob. Maybe they don't need to yet. I guess they bobble themselves to see what it is. Just trying to catch up on time, basically. I think this is going to be a land. Scourge, they go to 1. Okay. They play another Bloodstained Mire, which they cannot crack. Now they have to Grim Lovemincer or Seal of Fire their own Bob. Oh, they go to four though. They go to four. I forgot about lifelink. Yeah. I just need to try to catch up on time, but I think I'm losing this game, which is why this deck is not as good on Magic Online as it is in real life. Because in real life, I can just say, okay, I go to infinite, and then all this damage doesn't matter. Yeah, now they can just kill me pretty fast here. Let's just get a basic. Coco? Spike Feeder. Do I gain more life? I honestly don't. I think I just hold it. I don't know if that's right. Because if I just gain life here, it doesn't really do anything, right? And they can just break it up with the Seal of Fire anyway. Mountain. I mean, I'm going to die pretty quick here. Yeah, there's nothing I can do at this point. I mean, what I guess what I can do is just start F6ing. Try to catch up on time. Don't think I'm going to be able to combo anymore. I can also maybe just play a big ballista, kill them. Potentially, their Luris is a real problem, though. Companion's overpowered. Gain 400 just doesn't do anything. There's a Conclave Mentor. I guess that's a combo, but they have removal spells, so I'm just going to F6 and just keep waiting, try to build up a good amount of resources or make them use more stuff. I'm still at 387, so I do have time, but nurturing peatland, sure. Bobble. I'm just F6 here. Thoughtseize. Not what I wanted to see. Just take the Spike Feeder. They could have broken up the combo again, so it's not like I could have gained more life right now anyway. They're just attacking with all. They attack with the Lavamancer. Okay. Coco. I don't even know if that's going to do it. But maybe. I also don't think they're going to mill out. Before they can just kill me far before that. They already have a good amount of power in play. That doesn't do anything. Like I almost like just don't even have commentary at this point. It's just like, yep, let's see what happens. I'm sitting here. They're gonna play their stuff and attack, and then I'm gonna just be sitting here hoping to combo. Again, I don't think I can win. I think if this was a real like a live tournament with paper cards, my opponent would have no outs because they would just mill before me. Courage of the Skyclave kicked, so we each lose half our life. That's funny. That's pretty good. Okay. They're not attacking with Luris anymore, so they can attack for more with their Death Shadow, I guess. Why does it lag so much? Like, why is this lagging so bad? Might try to restart Magic Online after this round. There's Coco. Okay. Just gonna pass. I guess what I could do is I could play Conclave Mentor, and then they're probably gonna kill it, and then I Coco like at the end of their turn here. Try to find something. All right, let's just do it. Play Conclave Mentor, and then if they go to kill it, then I'll Coco. I know they can Lava Mancer here as well, but might as well do this, right? Well, that was a miss. Sure. Two Cocos are going to the bottom of our library. So I can actually Skyclave. Well, it has to be a permanent they control, right? Oh, choose a Heliod Sun Crown to keep. This one. Now they can just Grim Lavamancer my Skyclave. Yeah, I don't think this does anything. Oh no, this exiles it for good, so I guess they cannot gain life. So if I draw Ballista now, I can kill them. They're gonna Lavamancer their own Lurus potentially if they have Unearth. Lavamancer their own Lurus. Okay. And that ability does not resolve. Then my Conclave Mentor dies. I gain 2 life. Put a counter here. Pass the turn. Can they reveal a 2 to this Confidant here? That would be so funny. Please. Please. They draw a card. Oh, they knew the top card. Got him. Dismember. Oh man, that was hilarious. This is fun. This is fun. Okay. I think I like Veil of Summer, just Cryptic Command of Thoughtseize for 1 mana. I think I like Ewit as well. I also kind of like Path. Just being able to path their Lurus or their interaction. This is like a lot of stuff to bring in. Don't know how I'm supposed to sideboard. I mean, I'm bringing in a lot of non-creature spells, so Coco gets worse, but it's also just still really good in the matchup. Can side out like Noble. Am I supposed to bring in Path versus Jund Death Shadow? I mean, it can technically buy me time, but it makes my Cocos worse and everything. I think I'd rather just have Ewit and Veil. Can just like make some cookie cutter cuts. Maybe Conclave Mentor is just not that great in this matchup in general. I like setting out the Noble. I think I want to keep Arboreal Sprawl. I set out 1 Ranger Captain. Can I set out 2 Ranger Captains? It's so hard to sideboard with this deck. Like, the only reason I'm not bringing in Path is because I want to keep my Cocos to be really strong. And there's like nothing else to sideboard out. I don't really want to sideboard out another Ballista, especially when I'm siding out Ranger Captains. This opponent also does not like to concede to infinite life, as they should not, because they could have won that game. It was actually pretty close. That was a crazy game. Conclave Mentor just doesn't seem that great. Do I just side out all the Conclave Mentors? Let's just let's just try this. I don't really know. Veil of Summer does seem good. Maybe I don't want it, but I can counter black removal spells, counter thought seizes. And if you ever get to just basically resolve a Veil. It's so good. Okay. I probably just play it slow. They bobble, target themselves, and they fetch it away, and then they Thoughtseize me. See if they take Veil here. If not, I'm just gonna leave it up rather than play Sprawl. I mean, I could also just not do that. I could just play Sprawl. All right, they take it. Well, now it makes my decision easy. Okay, it's just Temple Garden go. We have Veil up. They cannot Thoughtseize us this turn. It's not like we can do much here either, though. They don't do anything. Another Veil. Wow. Wow, they're just not doing anything. They probably have more Thoughtseizes in hand. I'm just gonna wait. I want to draw another land. I guess I could have played Heliod, but Scourge. Okay. 2/2 Scourge for now. Land. Spike Feeder. I can just Skyclave this, but then I again do not have Veil up. I could just play Heliod. They might have some sideboard cards to deal with this, but they also might just not. And if they tap out for anything, I can gain infinite, killing this. Thoughtseize, sure. Another Thoughtseize. Take the other Spike Feeder. Okay. Okay. I guess I just tap like this. I'm at 12, they're at 11. They do have red removal spells as well, but they only get a 2/2. Another Scourge. I can just cycle a Veil here into Death Shadow. I think I'm going to do it. A Coco, nice. Just going to Coco now while they're tapped out. I think I want to fetch as well to thin. Well, that's a miss. It's a bad Coco there. I do get Oriok Champion plus Elf, but it's not even that insane. Again, I don't want to take Ballista and have it just it just dies. So always yes, always yield. Do I put the counter on Oriok Champion because it has pro black? My Heliod is indestructible as well, but let's just put it here. Start stacking up the counters there. I still have Veil up. They actually don't really have attacks. They're at 8. I'm at 11. They draw. They still have Luris in the companion zone. I can't attack yet. Fatal Push. I wonder if I should Veil this. I mean, I feel like I should, right? Another Fatal Push. I still get to draw a card. They get their 2/2. Oh, they turn Heliod off. I gain 1. Let's put the counter here. I can block the 9/9. I can chump or choose to not chump. They play a bobble. I think I'm fine to go to 6 here. Maybe I should block. No, I could use more mana. So I'm at 6. They draw. There's another Veil. That may or may not be good. I can also lifelink up my Auriok Champion. I feel like I'm fine to fetch, to thin, and then draw. There's Walking Ballista. Okay. So I'm 1 mana short, right? Oh no, because I can put a counter on it. So I can just go like make a 1/1, put a counter, because I gain a life from Auriok Champion, and then I win. Okay, nice. Got it. Whew! Got the ballista there. Sweet. Beat Jund Death Shadow. That opponent was not letting us have it off easy, and we have not lost a game yet with Green White Heliod. This deck is very good, but man, it is rough to play. It is rough to play. All right, let's go round 4. All right, 3-0, 6-0 in games. Round 4 against Azax. Would you like to play first? Yes. And I was gonna say I don't think this is a keep. I thought this was a different 3-drop, but I'm actually just gonna keep it. Go Windswept Heath, go, and then go Mentor round 2, and then just start playing stuff. It's the mirror, or is it land destruction? Oh, it's the mirror. Oh God. This hand is not that great for the mirror. Right on time. Good job, Elf. Guess I'm just playing Conclave Mentor. Not sure if I'm supposed to just play Arbor Elf there. Then next turn I still only have 4 mana. I can only play 1 spell. Auriok Champion, sure. There's another land. I just attack. Play Spike Feeder. Let's yield to this. I have a 3/3 Spike Feeder. Pass the turn. If I draw Heliod, I can gain infinite. But that's not even. This is. This deck is so dumb. Oh, actually, no. If I am able to play Heliod, I win. Skyclave my Spike Feeder. So I can not. I can gain 6 here. I mean, I might as well just gain 4 and then let this happen. So if I Skyclave this for some reason, I get a 3/3. Is that even worth it? Or is it worth it just to gain 1 more life? Because a 3/3 doing anything, and am I ever going to kill this? Probably not. It's just gain 6. Oh, I also should have. This is fine. I was going to say I should have fetched my lands differently, but I don't think it really matters. Now I think I'm just going to go play Arbor Elf plus Ranger Captain. Yeah, let's just do it. Then I get to double spell, and I can get Ballista here. So at least I threaten to, uh, Ballista next turn with Conclave Mentor in play, which is something I'm not going to attack. Neither of us has like the combo yet. I'm a little bit behind on time, but sure, it's fine. There's the Coco. I'm in love with the Coco. Heliod, and that's it? Just Heliod? Put a counter on Skyclave Apparition. You're just attacking for 3. I can trade my Ranger Captain for it. And that makes the loyalty on their devotion on the Heliod go down. I think I actually like it. Could have had a 3/3 in play as well. Instead, I wanted to gain 2 more life. Now I can ballista kill this. Another land. I think I'm just gonna ballista for X equals 6 mana. And then make a 4/4 ballista. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the plan. Then let's just kill the Auroch champion right now. Keep the Heliod turned off. And then I can have a ballista on 2 to break up the combo. Okay, so now we shoot this in response. Then attack for 2. So yeah, now they can't just play Spike Feeder and go infinite. And now I can just like start Gavining or something. They're in actually kind of a rough spot. They Conclave Mentor here, sure. And then they play Auroch Champion second. Why would they play it second? They should play it first and trigger. I can just kill these things though. I think I'm gonna win here. They're just gonna draw a card. Play another creature? What is this? Oh, ballista on 1? Why are they playing a ballista on 1? So in response to Auroch Champion, I just shoot the ballista for 1. Right? I guess I can just. What if I just kill Auroch Champion now? And then go to my turn, untap, put another counter on ballista, and then go to kill their ballista? I think that's the line. I don't know why they played this way. So again, I think if I kill this now, they don't get the life gain trigger from Auroch Champion, but then I'm not going to have my ballista go down to a 1/1, so theirs can kill it. Oh, this is going to be a 2/2 ballista. Oh shit. Because of Conclave Mentor. I see, I see. So again, their ballista is going to be a 2/2. I think I still just kill Auroch Champion now. I don't know if that's right. So they have a 2/2 ballista, but I can always just trade ballistas here. They have 0 cards in hand. So I can just let this damage happen. Then they have to shoot it again now. Oh no, because then I can't. I can just shoot Conclave Mentor right now, actually. Then they have to shoot again. All right. So now they have to shoot again, and then I kill Conclave Mentor. Oh, I guess this doesn't work. Never mind. We just trade ballistas. I always mess these ballista things up. Now they kill Arbor Elf. I don't know if there was anything I could have done differently there. Horizon Canopy, huh? So I can play a Ranger Captain and then play a 2/2 Ballista. That might be the safest line. And I think it is, because then I stop. No, I don't stop a Spike Feeder combo, but I still think I'm going to do it. Let's just do it. I don't know if I could have done anything else there. Let's get the other Ballista. Play it. Now it's a 2/2 Ballista. I think I'm just passing. On their upkeep, I could Ranger Captain them, but I just don't think that does anything. They'll probably just draw a card with Canopy. Yep. Ranger Captain, but they don't have enough mana to Ballista here. Okay. So they get another Ballista. Then they play Arbor Elf. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Oriok Champion. They're just sitting there with a Heliod, and I don't have a Heliod. So how do I get out of this? I don't know exactly. I could draw a card, because if they just Ballista next turn, they're going to give it lifelink. They're going to be able to play a pretty massive Ballista here, especially considering they have this as well. Maybe I start by just drawing a card, because putting two more counters on this, what does that actually do? I guess I can just activate Gavany Township and then do nothing else. I can also go play Spike Feeder as a 3/3, then use the ability to remove a counter and then put two counters onto my Ballista. That doesn't seem that good. I gotta really watch the time in this matchup, because I can kill Arbor Elf, I can Gavany Township, kill this, but then they just can combo and kill me, right? Because they go, well, then they have 5 mana, and they actually can't kill me unless they draw a land. That might be my best line. Alternatively, if I Gavany Township, kill Arbor Elf, then on their turn they go tap 2 mana Ballista, and then their Ballista comes in. I think I just go for this line. I'm not sure. I need to just take actions though. I'm just not that experienced in the matchup, so gotta forgive me. All my things get +2/+2. And then I just go shoot, shoot, shoot right now. And then they need a land to win, because they need to Ballista now X equals. They need to pay 4 mana for Ballista and then 2 to give it lifelink. So if they draw a land, they win, but I still think this is my best option. Again, could be wrong here, but they gain 2. Oh, then they get a trigger. Forgot about that. Now they get a 4/4, sure. Back for 5. Okay, so land kills me, but they can also just Ballista for 2. Oh, they're doing it? Doesn't this doesn't work? And they're playing Arbor Elf? They're gonna respond to me putting a counter on this or something? I see. Conclave Mentor. Does that do anything? 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I activate Gavany, then they shoot this in response, then I shoot this in response. They concede? They just concede the game? I think they were dead, actually, because if I just activate Gavany, they have to respond by shooting this. Then this is a 1/1. They totally messed up. They should not have played this. That was their second Ballista. Most people only have 2. So yeah, I was going to activate Gavany, then they shoot this, but with the trigger on the stack, their Ballista is a 1/1. Then I shoot their Ballista, then we trade Ballistas, but then both my things just get +1, +2/+2 from Gavany, and I have a huge board. They can't beat that. Sweet. They should have let me use more time considering the matchup, though. All right, all right. Don't think Ewit really does anything, right? I guess it can get back like a Spike Feeder or a Skyclave or something, but doesn't seem great. Path has to be good. Pathing either Heliod or Any of the combo pieces seems great. Conclave Mentor is good, but it might be like one of the weakest cards. Again, I just really don't want to over sideboard. Um, just do this. I mean, Ranger Captain is basically just finding Ballista and that's it, which is obviously really good. Should I get greedy and side out like one Heliod? That's just like the main card of the deck, so I don't think so. I could side out triple Conclave Mentor, but that's a good. It's just really good with Ballista too. I can go down on Auriok Champions because these really only gain life when creatures enter the battlefield. They don't really have protection from anything. What about just doing this? Especially on the draw. Side out triple Auriok and Noble. It's also good at turning on Heliod, but that doesn't really matter. I think this is good. I think Conclave is actually fine. I like bringing in Path though. Let's go. I used a lot of time. I think opponent was kind of getting fed up with me thinking a lot, but I mean, worked out for me, right? Hmm. This hand's pretty sketchy. I think I'm gonna keep it. I have lands, so I have a lot of good draws. I have two canopies, and I have just two paths to break up whatever they're doing. Maybe this is just not good enough. Coco, sure. Another Utopia Sprawl into like a Heliod. Yep. It's looking kind of like trouble for me here. There's a Heliod of my own. Okay. I hope they just like go for the combo basically for some type of combo and then I can just break it up with Path. That would be ideal. They're just not doing anything interesting. I don't know if I can just play my own Heliod here. I think I might just continue to pass with Paths up. I have triple Path up here. And then next turn at the end of their turn, I could go for Coco. Oh, they're going for Coco. I see. Okay, well. See what they hit. Spike Feeder plus Ranger Captain. Do I need to path the Ranger Captain? I don't think so. I guess I actually do because then they can activate Ranger Captain on their upkeep and then cast Ballista. And there's nothing I can do. So let's start by pathing that. They let that resolve. Now I just need to pass the turn and have double path up here. If they go to activate this, I'll respond with path, and then I have another path for their ballista potentially. So they get ballista, they're just passing. They didn't go for infinite life. They don't want to. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they go for ballista on 2. It resolves. And then they go for give it lifelink. They're just not going to do that. All right, I take. They have two combo pieces here. So I can go for path ballista, and then they're going to go for give it lifelink in response. And then in response to that, I can path again. Then yes, they can gain infinite life, but then maybe I can gain infinite life too. But I'm just so far behind on time. That's not a great option. I think it's my best choice though. I think doing nothing is not good. They deal me 1. They get a land. And that, they can gain infinite life whenever they want. Looks like they're doing it now. maybe I'm not even supposed to bring in Path, but I think I am. Okay. So now the question is here also, I could just play Heliod and then I could choose to gain infinite life on my next turn or play Company after that. I feel like playing Heliod might just be decent. And then hope they just don't get another Ballista, basically. Obviously, I don't think I should concede because I can always try to gain infinite as well. Okay, let's just play Arbor Elf, play Heliod. They have a lot of things that kill me here, like Conclave Mentor. Actually, that doesn't kill me because I can chump, right? Ballista definitely kills me. They draw. Skyclave my Heliod. Okay. Oh, I should have just gone Coco because I could have Skyclave their Heliod. Damn. Duh. Well, I'm not that good in this matchup, so I'm not that experienced, I should say. All right, let's just Coco right now then. I should have done this on my last turn, I think. I didn't. Oh, God. That's brutal. I'm at 8. They have 5 power. But can they turn on Heliod? I can gain infinite on my next turn, assuming they don't have anything. That was just a brutal collecting company. They draw a card up to 4. Arbor, sure. I'm gonna take 5 here. No. Okay, lifelink. Then lifelink this as well. Okay. Definitely taking 5. They only have 1 mana untapped. I go to 3. They put counters, and there's a Skyclave. So I just need to gain infinite here. Oh wait, I can Conclave Mentor first, and then make infinite power, right? Is that correct? I go to 1. Let's go Conclave Mentor into Spike Feeder. Then they can gain infinite life too. Green, green. Don't want to use all my time. Spike Feeder. And then, oh, they have Path. Damn. Use the ability, yes. So now I just have to gain infinite, save targets, and go here, and then yield. Now I just need to spend my time doing this. Don't even know if this is worth, but I can still win this game. Because if they don't have a way to win, I can still draw like another Conclave Mentor or something to be able to go infinite. Or just draw a Walking Ballista at this point. So I think I'll just probably go up to like 100. I mean, both of us should be at infinite life here, which is funny, but that's not how it works on the client, so gotta play it out. I should have enough time. If I end the game and I have 10 minutes for the third game, that'll be fine. I do want to just gain like enough life here while I can. So maybe I'll even take a little more time than this. Opponent's already so far ahead on time. I don't really want to try to fight the time battle. They have a 5/5 spike feeder as well, which is not ideal. They have 2 cards in hand, which probably don't do anything. Wonder how much I should gain here. Should I just go to like 100 or should I go to 150? I probably don't want to go any higher than that. Even already at like 90 is probably enough. But I just want to play it safe. I still have 12 minutes on my clock, so I think this is fine. Who would just play leagues of this deck over and over and over? You got to be a psycho. You're like, yeah, I just like to sit at home and just click the same thing over and over for 5 minutes. It's really fun. And I'm just doing exactly that right here. And I don't want them to be able to like kill this in the future and then me be like, damn, I wish I gained more life. Yes, this is using my precious time, but I'm almost done here. I think I was supposed to play Conclave Mentor first. Because if I play it second, they can always just respond with Path. Also, why didn't they just? I guess because I played Conclave first, they had to path the Conclave. But if I had played Spike Feeder first, in response to the first activation, they could have pathed the Spike Feeder. All right, it's F6. F6 their turn as well. Do have to be time conscious. There's a Gavany they're just going to activate. That would be fine. Okay, it looks like they don't have anything. They probably just have lands. They can gain a bunch of life with Heliod. They're not attacking with anything else? So now do I Skyclave their Spike Feeder or their Heliod? They could have easily another Heliod in hand. Kind of want to Skyclave their Spike Feeder here. Why don't I do that? I don't know if I'm supposed to hit their Heliod, maybe, but I feel like they just probably have another one in hand. I can't F6, so let's just yield to these for now. Oh man, it's really gonna go like this. I'm gonna have to press OK every time. Should I just yield? Maybe if I yield to this, then priority goes back to them. So now they're gaining infinite because now I'm technically ahead here. Sure. Okay, so they're just gaining infinite now. They might just go up to like 150 or so. And they're putting a counter on Skyclave Apparition. Then I'm gonna just eat this. So now they're removing counters, putting counters on Skyclave. Makes sense. I'm still at 150 though. I don't really care about this. I'm gonna have to remove all auto yields after this sequence. So they're putting counters here now. Okay, then that works. And then let's draw a card. Try to draw a Conclave Mentor. We draw a Coco. Okay. So now I can just pass. I gotta turn off auto yields. No attacks. Definitely not gonna block anything. They have a 4/4 Arbor and a 7/7 Skyclave, but I'm at 150. They're at 98. But they can no longer gain infinite life again. They just activate. Sure. They're gonna just attack. No, no attacks. Should I draw a card right here? I feel like yes. There's a Windswept Heath. Okay, I'm gonna thin. Would I rather play Gavany? No, because I'm gonna Coco right now, I think. just fetch shock. Yes. Coco. Hmm. Okay. Had some pretty bad Cocos here, but at least we can go get Walking Ballista. And then I cannot play it yet as a 1-1, so I need to wait. Now I need to just hope they miss. No need to attack. And then I just go for the win next turn. Hopefully I have enough time. Hopefully they just draw a land or something random here. I don't care about taking damage. They concede. Nice. Got them. That was crazy. So they technically gained infinite life, but then they couldn't beat infinite damage. Like, what? But what if they gain double infinite life? Then can they beat infinite damage? Like, that's why in paper magic you always have to declare a number. Like, you can't just say, okay, I'm going to go to infinite. You actually have to say a number. So you can say 1 million or you can say 1 billion. It doesn't matter because then in situations like this, the opponent can't say, well, I'm at infinite, because then I could say, okay, well, then I deal, you know, infinite damage. Um, I don't even know. If you're playing in a paper tournament and the opponent says, I'm going to go to infinite, you can call a judge and say, hey, judge, they're trying to go to infinite. They need to declare a number of repetitions, like of loops that they're going to do in case I want to declare a number of loops. Okay, so we're going for the 5-0 and we're going for the perfect 5-0, 10-0. So we'll see if we can make it happen. I'll see you in round 5. Let's do this. Going for the clean 5-0, 10-0. Let's do it. Would you like to play first? Yes. Can I have my hand, Magic Online? Please? Maybe not. Opponent's clock is going down. Oh, they're trying to reveal their companion, I think. That's what must be happening, right? I said, yo, yo, GLHF. They reveal their Luris. I guess I'm keeping this hand. I'm just going to fetch shock Arbor Elf here. We have all the non-Windswept Heath lands. Which one should I use? Does it matter? I don't think so. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes. I mean, usually when I'm their Aluris deck, I'm putting them on like Prowess or Burn or Death Shadow. Those are the most common, but like standard Death Shadow decks, but it could be anything. Expecting Jund Death Shadow now. Stone Coil Serpent for 1? Aluris Companion? Oh, this is what's it called? It's like the affinity deck. It's the +1/+1 counters. What's the name of it? I'm blanking on the name. I cannot remember the name of it. Oh, Hardened Scales? Is that just what the deck's called? They play a Stone Coil Serpent on 1. I wonder if I should just Skyclave this right now. I mean, then I get to company next turn. I get to use my mana efficiently. Seems like the play, I think. They don't. It's a good thing to Skyclave as well. I take less damage. I like it. Just go Skyclave and then plan on playing company next turn. Just get that out of there. They'll probably just play like an Arcbound Ravager here. A green-white. Luris. Steel Overseer. So it is Hardened Scales, but I just don't know exactly what they're doing. Auriok Champion. So I can play Skyclave plus Arbor Elf here, or I can just go for Collected Company. I mean, getting this out of there is pretty good. It just leaves them with nothing and me with a pretty massive board, and then I can Coco next turn. I don't think there's any real rush. So I'm actually just going to do this. Just gonna Skyclave that. It's just something nice to Skyclave. And then I'm gonna get a Temple Garden and play another Arbor Elf. Just take some more damage here, why not? Again, maybe playing Coco there is correct, but I like just keeping them with nothing in play. I mean, what if they had a Steel Overseer in play and then they play like, I don't know, a Ballista and then they pump it and then they do something else. I don't know. I'm just down to do this. There's Ballista for one into Stone Coil for one. Okay. So this Ballista for one is actually annoying. I could have gone for the win, but now I actually have 6 mana. So now I'm going to go Auriok Champion and then into Coco right now. Just get planes. Let's go untap. Just gonna, again, Coco right now. Okay. There's a Ranger Captain and another Skyclave. I think I'm just taking Ranger Captain and Skyclave and going Skyclave your Walking Ballista. Just, they only have 2 cards left. Okay. Then I trigger a bunch. Let's put these on the stack. Then let's target this. Then they can shoot something. I get to get my Ballista. Would you like to use the ability? Yes. Let's get Ballista. It's just mono Skyclave apparitions here. They shoot this. Okay, that's fine. And then I gain some life. Don't even need to yes and yield to this, but sure. Then I attack for 4. And I hope I don't die to this. Should I sack Ranger Captain on their upkeep? They're at 14. I feel like they probably cannot kill me with Ink Moth. So maybe if they activate Ink Moth in response, I'll sack Ranger Captain, maybe. I don't think so though. Arcbound Ravager, sure. Now I just get to play a massive Ballista and kind of crush them here. All right, let's go play Canopy. And then go play a Ballista for X equals 3. Yeah, and they're just going to concede because they know we have Ballista on 3. So I could have gone, let's just think about this for fun. Ballista, I guess I go Ballista, ping your Stone Coil, and then they go sacrifice it to Ravager, and then I go ping your Ravager, then they go activate Ingmoth, sack that, then I go ping your Ravager again, then they sack their entire board, and then I just attack them. So you don't always need to fully combo. That was nice. What they mulligan to that game? Nothing? They mulligan to 6? Okay, nice. So going for the 5-0, 10-0 here. We just have to win this one game for an undefeated league. Haven't done that for a while. No. I mean, Path might be decent, but also just sticking to my own game plan is good. I guess I don't really need this. For my last cut, I can cut a Ranger Captain, a Noble, a Conclave Mentor. I know when I cut Auriok Champion, my Cocos get a little worse because I'm siding out creatures, but can I just side out Noble? They also have Ballistas of their own. Yeah, let's just do this. Don't think I want Ewit. Yep, let's go. Minimal sideboard. Skyclave is obviously really good in this matchup, and we just drew 3 of those. Coco is obviously insane as well. 7 mana sources? I don't think so. 1, maybe 2 mana sources. I think this hand is a keep. I have 22 lands in the deck, so I have 22 out of 53, or not 21. 21 divided by 53. So I have a 39.6% on my first draw step to draw land. And now let's just do this because it's fun. It's hypergeometric this. So the population size is 53. Number of successes in the population is 21. The sample size is the top two. Number of successes in the sample is one. So our chance of drawing one or more by turn two is we have a 64% chance to draw a land by turn two, if my math checks out. I think it's worth the upside because if I draw a land, I just start raining down Skyclave apparitions. I can even keep this Ballista in my hand and this Coco even. I could just put back Coco in this with this draw as well. I need to draw two more mana sources. Because Skyclave is really strong. So is this. It's so close. I guess if I get up to 4 mana, I can just Ballista on 4. Maybe it's worth it to just put back Ballista. All right, I'm just gonna hope to draw land here. This is an interesting keep. I don't know if this is right, but it is interesting. So I have a 40% chance to draw land on turn one, 39.6, and I have a 64% chance by turn two to draw one. Is that correct? I don't know if that's exactly correct on by the second turn, because that's just, yeah, that's looking at the top two. I think it is actually. Stone Coil on one. Sure. No land. Okay. It's Temple Garden, Arbor. So we missed on the first one. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes, I would. I guess this is also bad if they just kill Arbor Elf. They probably usually win by Inkmoth Nexus, or often. I guess they can just win by damage too, and Arcbound Ravager goes crazy with Hardened Scales. Ravager. This deck is like a totally different monster when it has Hardened Scales or when it doesn't. Okay, well, this is what I was kind of worried about. Okay. I mean, if I draw land next turn, I'm in a good spot. So we hit the 64% outer. Noble, activate Inkmoth, attack for 1, or for 2 infect. Makes sense. Nice, we hit. I think I'm supposed to Skyclave even a Noble. Takes them down on mana. I could just play a Heliod, actually. And then if I draw a land, I get to Coco. I'm taking 2 infect, maybe more. I think I'm just going to take them down on mana. Skyclave their Noble. I don't really care about Stone Coil as much. I just want to limit what they can do for now. And then I can keep the Skyclave train going here, depending on what they do. Arcbound Ravager. Okay. So now they sack Stone Coil, sack Arcbound Ravager, and hit for a bunch of infect. Try to kill me with the Inkmoth. Oh, they just don't go for it. And I draw Path. All right, well, I'm just going to Skyclave their Arcbound Ravager. Are they just F6? They're just going to let it happen? Why did they could have sacked this to itself? Okay. Yeah, if they sack it to itself, they put a counter here. Do they have the win? There's the Hardened Scales. They must have just top decked it. They're hitting for 1 infect. I can just Skyclave the Hardened Scales here. I'm only at 4. Okay, there's a Windswept Heath. I kind of want to just Skyclave this, leave up path this turn, and then next turn company. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's correct. I mean, I've drawn incredibly well considering I hit the lands, but just mono Skyclaves. It's really good in this matchup. They only have 2 cards left. Let's just get that out of there. Then hit for 4. Skyclave is just such a strong card. Now if they activate Inkmoth, I'm just going to path it for sure. What does this do again? It graphs. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may move a +1/+1 counter from this land onto that creature. Okay. So I'm going to let them attack, and then I'm going to go to path it. I think this should resolve. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then I'm probably just winning this game. They're at 10 already. Then I'm just going to play a Coco on my turn. Right? Conclave Mentor. Let's just play this now. Spike Feeder Arbor Elf. Okay. Do you want to graft? I attack for 6 here though, and I'm at 15 and 4 infect, so they have to like kill me, basically. I think we're getting the 5-0-10-0, it looks like. Just don't see how that deck's gonna get out of this. They're chumping. They're gonna draw a card, go down to 5. Yeah, I just don't think that's gonna work. I could have just played Heliod that turn, but I liked going for the Coco. Hangerback Walker for 1. Graft onto it. Why didn't they draw a card with Canopy? They don't want to. They want to leave up mana. Okay. Well, now I just play Conclave Mentor first and then play Heliod. I could also just leave up path. Why don't I just play Heliod? And then just start gaining infinite life here. So they have a removal spell. They deicide my Heliod. Well, now I can just path the Hangerback. And then just attack. Got him. Wow. Nice. Little 5-0-10-0. We beat the mirror in round 4, and that was pretty sick. We also had we had so many sick matches against red white kind of land destruction prison. We gained infinite, and then there's no way we could have won that game except for time, basically, because eventually they would be able to deal us tons of damage with Chandra, and we did not want to use too much time. And then we had that sick game against Death Shadow where they were going to be able to win, and then we like Skyclaved their Lurrus, and they had to kill their own Lurrus, and then we were able to beat the mirror where they had comboed off earlier in the game. Wow. 5 QPs, 11 chests. It's my first modern trophy in a while, and got it with this deck. That was sweet. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously, wouldn't change anything in the deck. That was my first run with it, and I think this deck is pretty much figured out, and it felt pretty strong. Like, you can just get turn 3 wins. It's not that hard. You have like a lot of redundancy. Skyclave Apparition, as we saw, is just a hell of a card. Like, in match 5, I played 3 Skyclave Apparitions in game 1 and then 3 Skyclave Apparitions in game 2, and it was just like unstoppable there. That was just sick. This card really makes this deck so much better, just giving you like this really strong piece of interaction that's a good Coco hit as well. But again, my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. If you liked this league, if you had fun watching, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. You'll see when new videos come out. And throw a like for this 5-0-10-0. Let's go. Let's do this. Where's it at? Boom. 5-0-10-0. That was sweet. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Peace.